Hey guys, what's going on? Here in Boracay, what is this, day 3 or 4? I'm losing track. Um, so I just had a pretty intense talk with Jen this morning. And I want to talk to you about your masculine polarity. In a relationship, what happens when us guys, if we get really insecure, start raising our voice and yelling and demanding, and I do this for you, you need to do this, we are not grounded in our masculinity. Number one, for a man, he needs to be grounded in his masculinity so that he can not have to raise his voice, because if you're raising your voice, you're usually losing the argument. It's one of those things of improve your argument, don't raise your voice, right? You don't need to yell louder, you just need to improve your stance, where you're at. But as men, when you aren't grounded, you overreact, and then the insecurity comes out, the demands, then we start looking controlling. But if you can ask people in your life, you say, listen, this is my standard, this is what I expect, and this is what I want in a relationship, but if you can't do that for me, then maybe this won't work. But I want to give you the opportunity, I need to be honest with you, that I need this from you. And you be vulnerable, you be gentle, you be kind, especially with women, but you do it in a firm yet soft manner. And I don't mean soft as in wet fish, wormy. I mean it from a place of gentleness to where they're going to receive your message, where you don't bash them and hit them over the head, but you vulnerably say, listen, this is something that's important to me. And because it's important to me, I hope it's important to you too. And if you're not willing to meet me halfway on that, then maybe the writing's on the wall. Maybe this relationship won't work, or maybe we need to separate, or maybe we need to, not be business partners, or whatever it is. This is especially the dynamic that works with women and men. And this is something I just went through with Jen. I just basically this morning had a heartfelt, I just said, listen, I don't feel like I'm getting what I'm putting into this. And I'm not asking for much in return. I just when I want to take a picture with you, I want you not to fight me on it. When I go to kiss you, I don't want you to fight me. When I, lay down, I would like you to just put your arm around me or cuddle me. Not sex, okay? I'm fine with us waiting. I want to wait, it's fine. Totally fine. I'm all for that. I waited 40 plus years for, for sex, waiting for marriage. I still haven't gotten married, But in that place, this isn't about control, it's not about power, it's not about giving her all this princess and queen treatment just to get something back, but it's a relationship piece. And I basically told her, I said, I think you're getting the queen, princess, relationship, girlfriend treatment, but you don't want the responsibility of having to give that back and be accountable. And I said, all I want back is connection and affection. Maybe a little acknowledgement once in a while. Not to fight me when I say, can you take a picture? Nobody else has to see it. You can even set a boundary, say, I don't want anybody to see that, but you can keep it for your phone. Great. Because I want the real you. I want the authentic you. I want the one that stinks up the bathroom you. That's who I really want. I don't want the online diva where everybody else gets the show. I'll support that. I'll support that if that's something that's important to you, as long as it doesn't affect us and as long as we're connected. But if we're not connected, then it's gonna feel like I'm in competition with your phone. I'm in competition with your social media. And again, I want to support you because that's important to you. I want you to be an influencer because that's important to you. You thrive in that. You get your cute kicks from it. I get it. I understand the way you are. You're dynamic. I'm not asking you to stop that for me. I'm not even asking you to post me right now until you're ready, where people know we're together. She explained that to me yesterday of why she doesn't. And it totally makes sense to me, as far as she doesn't want to do bad behaviors that she's done in the past. And then she has to deal with the backlash. Oh, you're with another guy. Oh, a new guy. Oh, now you posted a new guy, all out for people to see. And then she's just totally exposed. And in the Filipino culture, they're really big about image. It's Catholic, I know it's Catholic and Filipino culture, it's very prevalent. But I respect it and I understand it. And I've talked to my counselor, my friend about it. And they've given me a lot of good advice and insight into her personality type and her avoidance and her past, kind of understanding her from the psychology sense of helping me understand. And so I'm invested in trying to understand her, but really understand myself. And so this is kind of like a case study. Whether we end up making it or not, I don't know. But at least I'm learning so much. And I'm on a walk right now because I just had a really heart with her. She, to her credit, she let me go off for like 10, 15 minutes. Now I over-explained myself, yes. But I was vulnerable, I was strong, but I was grounded. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't argue with her. I didn't fight with her. I didn't attack her. I praised her. I gave her affirmations. I noticed her, I recognized her, but I also stood firm and said, I need this. And I'm not gonna control you and force you to give this. But if you can't, I'm not gonna lower my standards. So you can do with that what you want. I know normally right now you would run away and make me look like the bad guy. That's kind of what it sounds like you've done in the past. And if that's what you need to do, then so be it. But what I need is this. I need to feel like I have a girlfriend and I'm connected to. I don't want to feel like this is just a party tour where I'm giving you a fun vacation. And I don't want you to think I'm asking for too much in return, because I'm not asking for anything in return other than connection and to feel like I'm your man. Maybe a little bit of affirmation once in a while, maybe a little bit of acknowledgement, maybe a little bit of affection. Maybe when you come sit on the bed, you actually put your arm around me and cuddle me, and I don't have to always be the initiator. Maybe we don't always do it on your terms. Maybe you don't want to do it, but you do it because I'm your man and because you know it's important to me. And so those are the talks I had with her, and it's like, dude, that's a lot. Well, maybe if you're not grounded as a man, but us men, we have the right to have our feelings and our emotions and our truth. And the more I denied that and what kept that in, the more I felt like I was hiding myself, because that's who I am. I am a deep, deep, deep ocean of a man, and I have a lot of love to give. And I've learned to bring in, rather than bleeding out on somebody and being insecure, because yes, I have my insecurities, but I don't lead with those. I'm leading with masculinity, with groundedness, to be able to state my truth, be true to myself, be willing to have those uncomfortable conversations in gentleness, calmness, but firmness, and say, this is what I'm gonna need. And you can basically jump on or jump off, it's your choice, but this ship is still moving, and it's gonna move with or without you. But this is what I need from you if you're gonna be number two in my life or be my partner. And it felt really good, and I felt like I was true to myself. So somebody out there need to hear this. Maybe you need to step back into your masculinity as well, because I sure as heck had to, and I've been learning how to do that better. So full display for you guys. Don't beat me up too bad in the comments, but I know somebody can relate to this. We've all had relationships where we've bled out, gave too much, and then, or we're upset that we didn't actually give enough and tell our truth. And then in so doing, with trying to risk not hurting the other person, we hurt ourselves. And we limited our voice and our impact, which actually makes us less confident, less attractive, and more like a little biatch, if you know what I mean. So those are my thoughts. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to ask for things. It's okay to state how you feel, to let know things hurt you. That's actually, if you're grounded in your strength, that's powerful. That's meaningful, because that stuff is real. You don't have to avoid it, but you do it from a masculine, secure place. So those are my thoughts. I'll continue to let you know kind of what moves forward, but that's where I'm at this stage in life. Hey, fun.